So this is Bobbi Althoff. You should know who she is. She did the awkward interviews with Drake, and she was the randomly popular white woman for no reason, just like the Hawk Tuah girl before the Hawk Tuah girl. But this is a picture of her and her white husband. Excuse me, ex-white husband. They divorced. People speculated all types of stuff like, oh, she was sleeping with Drake or, da 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 da, blah, blah, blah. There was nothing there as far as anything substantial to, put a stamp on as far as why they got divorced. But they thought, she's getting more clout, she's getting more money than her man. Just all of this, all the types of narratives that's kicked in the Manosphere and Red Pill and all that shit. But they have a very young child, and Bobbi is taking off with all this newfound fame because she went from being a mommy TikToker to like full blown, has an agency behind her. She's getting Mark Cuban interviews and the biggest celebrities to interview with her and stuff like that. So it's real industry plant action behind her. A lot of money being spent, and she goes from zero to a fucking million fast. So people look at that and they say, okay, she likely got tired of him or whatever the case was. And she's got this good white youth, right? She's got this good white youth. So why not use it to get these ballers that you're around? These absolute celebrity multimillionaires, So that's a lot of the speculation that's going on around that. But the factual thing is the family is broken up. But today we got a treat. Bobbi Althoff popped out with BBC man Tyrone. So let's see how that went.
Dancing the Argentine tango with his partner Daniela Cat. It's Dylan Efron.
Now, when I seen this, I looked and I said, yo, that boy must be doing calisthenics, because for him to lift her up the way that he did without like, you just look at that. It's just all arms. He didn't put no back into it, and he's manipulating her, man. Come on, man. Listen, man, I don't know if her husband did that on her TikTok before they broke up. I don't know, man. But we know what it is, man. We know what it is when a nigga is lifting you like this, man. Welcome to BBC World, man. Welcome to the British Broadcasting Channel, nigga. He is slaying that shit. He is tearing that little white coochie out the frame. They having 3D sex. And guess who's mad? We'll get to that in a moment. But let's go over some of the Negroid comments. They showed up late on CP time. They weren't there when this first popped off. I knew I was going to do a video about it, but things escalated so rapidly, so I had to get in a booth and get to it immediately. So, black people comments. People are dumb as fuck for making you famous. She got with the most default standard black dude ever. LOL. Boy is 75 overall. Now, I'm going to say this, man. That's cap. That's cap. Like, just the height alone, we've seen the statistics. Y'all be going against me on the short talking points and all that stuff. So I know. Y'all believe tall dudes are fucking super superior because bitches tell you that, even though they'll fuck a fucking midget. But guys over 6 foot are rare. It's not average. But outside of that, the dude might be mid. I don't fucking know. I don't care either. I knew she liked black men. Go ahead, girly. It's crazy when even a black woman, like the black woman, is not attacking her. It's crazy that the black woman seeing a black king going with the white, not attacking her. Like, you do your thing. You got the last comment that says, that's why they mad they women love us. LMFAO or LMAO, whatever. Mayo. You heard me. Mayo. Duke. Hellman's. Miracle Whip. All Mayo. All mad. The white men are mad. So you know what happens when the BBC gets to throbbing in white pussy and everybody that white men get upset. And they have to unleash their racism. Lipton says it's all fun and games until he blacks your eye. Here is a closer look at Lipton. Lipton looks like he drives fucking trucks. Lipton looks like he is forklift certified. Lipton looks like he has work boots, let her beat the fuck up, and he's been wearing them for 2 years, and his feet fucking hurt. But he goes back to the rural community that he comes from, where there are no niggas, and spends the last 5 hours that he is awake after work being racist on the fucking internet. And the source of his racism is that he gets no bitches, and he thinks we're responsible for him not getting no bitches. But Lipton never looked at himself and said, you know what, maybe I should fucking trade in the work boots and go and get some fucking Asics and start running around the block. The next Angry Mayo comment says disgusting coal burner. The next comment says disgusting mud shark. And guess what? It's from an account with a weird avatar. Strong as like obsessed with interracial dating, just goes around the internet looking for interracial dating fucking content to be a fucking racist on. And then we have Evan Mink, who says, imagine going from a decent person to trash. The person under says, don't even know the guy. Haha, your insecurities are loud as fuck. And then we have an angry cracker at the bottom of the screen. And the thing is, like, this is not a guy that she was cheating with while she was with her husband. This is somebody that she got after her husband. So this guy is innocent in the whole equation. If you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at fucking Drake for giving her that interview in the fucking first place and possibly fucking her. Be mad at her for breaking up her family. But you know what it is. We don't got to explain this shit too much, man. He's calling the man trash because he hates black people. It's that simple, man. If you are interested after this vid, I will have a link in the description to this video that I did. And it's not just about racism in the manosphere, but it's also about in man spaces online in general. If there are an abundance of white men there, it's racist. It's just always racist. It's never not fucking racist. And if you are black, I need you to understand that. If you are not black, it's a toss up for you because y'all be wanting proximity to whiteness. I see fucking Indians, Arabs, and all that shit trying to fucking share Nick Fuentes clips because he's talking anti-Jew shit and shit. And it's like, the motherfucker doesn't like you either.
Syrian apostate sent $20. Syrian immigrant here. I know you said Islam spreading doesn't concern you because they make up a small number of the population. But look what happened to Europe. Anyone justifying this ideology's existence in the West, let alone its spread and takeover of government positions, is retarded and should be deported with them.
You should be deported. Syrian immigrant here. You should be deported. I love a Syrian comes here. Islam. Dude, you're an immigrant. Get out. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Yeah, how about we'll deport all of them with you?
Shapiro 5 skins.
I want to say first, before I get into this rant, this is not him. This is just a random Syrian guy. But listen, did you see that bitch ass motherfucker sent him $20 to say that on his stream, knowing that this motherfucker is anti everything that's not white? Now, I keep it all the way 1,000 with you right now. Like, there are a lot of black people right now who are sharing Nick Fuentes clips saying he got a point. That's a different conversation for another day. This isn't even a full conversation I'm about to get you on this. I just got to say this, man. If you are a non-black motherfucker and you align not just with white people, but you align with white supremacy and especially anti-blackness, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot because the shit goes against you too. You're a fucking tool. And then when shit hits the fan, right? When the white supremacy, because it just be like everybody be anti-black all the time. Just, well, fuck the niggas. At least we not like the niggas, right? They look at the white people. At least we not like the niggas, right? We're better than them, right? You know, they do all of that. But then when shit hit the fan on some white supremacy, oh man. Hey, Holmes, where's the black people? Where's the El Negro? Hey, Buddy, we need black support, Buddy. And granted, if you in the hood, like, you know, we really fuck with a lot of the Arabs and stuff like that, just keeping it a bean. But that don't mean the majority of them fuck with us the same way. So it's really just a thing to where y'all got, like, at some point, motherfuckers got to realize you're not white. They'll never accept you as white. And your day is coming. Your day is coming. I mean, shit, 9/11 happened. That should have taught motherfuckers everything they needed to know. But let's watch Bobbi Althoff, try and defend this and rant about what the situation is. I haven't watched this, so it's going to be a reaction.
I hate to make a video like this because it's embarrassing, and I know that I'm gonna see this a month from now and be like, why did you post that? And also posting this shows that I care, and I know some people feed off of saying hurtful things to like get a reaction, but today I posted a video of me and my boyfriend, and so many of the comments, every single time I post him, which we've been together for a year, but without fail, every single time I post him, all of the comments are about how I'm ran through, and oh, look, another one, or he probably doesn't know how ran through she is, or just mean things. And and if I post any video truly in general, the amount of hate comments I get.
I'm a YouTuber. I'm nothing close to a celebrity. Even I felt the sting from comments. But I've known a long time ago, way before I started making content, when Drake said he was reading social media, his comments one time, when he posted his grandma when she was about to die, and then nigga said, I hope your grandma die right now type shit. When the nigga said that, he was fucked up, he mentioned that, and he wasn't on social media for years. So my advice is, if you ever get famous, don't read the comments.
Are just like unreal, and I think it's because I have a lot of men following me, and they just have so much to say. They have so many mean things to say, and as much as I wish that these comments didn't get to me, it's like, I'm human, and if you got this many negative things said about you every day, it would get to you too. And I don't even know what the point of. I don't want sympathy from people. I'm saying this.
She needs to stop all that fake ass crying. This is one of the comments.
Because I hope if you're one of the people who hate me, maybe you'll watch this and reconsider it. And maybe that's asking for too much. Maybe that's an impossible ask, but it's like, as a people pleaser, having so many people be so mean to me online every day is so frustrating, and it's just, I wish I didn't care, but I've definitely stopped posting as much because all of my comments are just so mean. People are so mean to me on the internet, and it's like, what? Because they say I sleep with every guest, and it's like, literally I do not, but you won't ever believe that. And maybe if I were ugly, you would not even say that.
Let's address that really quickly. Ugly women get fucked by fucking celebrities too, so that's number one. These motherfuckers is not above fucking a ugly ass fat bitch. They are not. Don't look. They're not. So that's number one. Number two, when it comes to who women have slept with, a lot of them lie. When it comes to women's sexuality in general, most of them lie crazily. They'll lie in your face. They'll fucking lie. Like, bruh, it's crazy. Now, I'm not saying that she did fuck Drake, Lil Yachty, or whoever. I'm not saying that she fucked any of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They have fucked plenty of badder bitches. And being that she met Drake and Yachty while she was married, why would she ever come out and tell the truth about that if it actually happened?
I tried to tell myself those don't matter, but it's like, then I'm a horrible mother, and it's like, I am such a good mother. Anyone who knows me in real life knows I'm an amazing mother, and my kids, I care so much about, and that's another part of it that really gets me, is like, one day my kids are gonna be old enough to read these comments, and it's like,
they're gonna be old enough to see you as getting donkey fucked by Tyrone after you left their dad too, but hey, that's what they got archive posts for.
It's just like, I wish people weren't so mean. So grateful for this job because I make a lot of money to post myself on the internet, to film videos, and it has given me and my kids a really great life. But sometimes it's like, especially harder, like on Sundays I don't have my kids, they're with their dad, and I get to sit here and I read comments and I shouldn't, but it's like, it's so hurtful.
Listen, I understand we all human. But motherfuckers gotta realize exactly what they signing up for. You are a podcaster with no talent. You are getting paid millions of dollars. You have a machine behind you. We're looking at on the screen over $6 million. Over $6 million. And that is not all the money. She actually did a whole comedy tour. She's done a lot of shit. She's got millions. She's got fans. She is now an official celebrity. You're a celebrity. But this is the issue. You were never talented. You were never talented. You were never good. You didn't build this shit from the ground up. You were on TikTok with a few fucking followers and somebody came through and said, listen, we are boosting up mediocre white bitches. And you fit the bill. You would be great for us to throw a lot of money behind as a mediocre white bitch and turn you into a superstar undeservingly and have you interviewing. You're going to pat everybody who's been working on a podcast for 5 years and now they just now going viral. You're going to pass them up immediately. We're going to get Drake on your podcast immediately. He's going to be the first guy. And you went with it with no talent. You have a bruh. I'm not even mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I want to like, she not going to see this, but if you do, I'm not mad at you. You got the bag. Congratulations. Understand that the bag is not free. Understand you might have done some work, but you didn't really earn the level of money that you were getting. You didn't get that off of talent. You didn't get that off of skill that you had worked on for years. You got a boost. You're a fucking plant. You know it. So you should be even more grateful for the bag that you got. So what you need to do is understand this shit that you were dealing with is going to come with it. And this is the biggest killer. You never had to put the motherfucker online in the first place. If this shit hurt your fucking heart so much, have a private relationship. Have a private relationship. And get your fucking money. Get your fucking money. If this shit hurts you that much, stop fucking with him and go and get you some fucking Marlboro Man cowboy so that people will stop saying mean things to you, which mean things is just racist shit. Because if you was fucking the Marlboro Man, all these white dudes wouldn't have shit. They wouldn't give a fuck that you fucked up your family. They wouldn't give a fuck. They would be happy to see you with somebody that they could identify with, the fucking Marlboro Man. Just take your money. You have won. Take your money. Understand this comes with it. Understand it can be avoided to some degree if you go and date the fucking Marlboro Man. Or if you don't have a boyfriend at all. And shut the fuck up. That's it. Like, Cardi B go through all types of shit, but Cardi B put herself out there. And Cardi B still be mad at some of this stuff. But she can't be mad at everything. She don't got time. She's actually fucking working around the clock. And I'm not saying she's talented either because she got a fucking ghostwriter. But you don't gotta have your personal social media is your fucking main social media that everybody is on. Even Drake and fucking Kevin Durant, two guests. You need to talk to them about making burner accounts because that's what them niggas do. Talk to them about making burner accounts so you could live your little, personal life. Personal. Amongst the people that you know online. You could do all the shit online through a private profile. And not worry about, people are leaving mean comments about you. No, you could enjoy BBC Man in private. But since you make all this money and you're a celebrity now, everything you do is going to be under scrutiny from people who are fucking poor.
And so many people are so angry. They're so angry that I am not with my ex anymore. And he's in a happy relationship. Why can't I be in one too? And yeah, our relationship didn't work.
He's not a celebrity, and you make the big bucks, and that's possibly one of the factors of why you left him.
Work out. Like, newsflash, you guys, I was 21 when I met him on Bumble, and 10 months after knowing him, I was pregnant with our daughter. And he gave me the two best things in my life, and I will forever be grateful for that. But when I met him, I was 21, he was 30. Look at 21-year-olds now, and I'm like, you're so young, you're so young. Like, how did I think I was old enough to be so grown? Anyway, it's just embarrassing, I guess. Like, I feel embarrassed by all of the comments, because it's just like, I don't know why people are so mean. I mean, I do,
But you won't really address the elephant in the room.
it's just like, I wish it would stop, but I don't know how to make it stop. Some people post and their comments are so nice, and people are so nice about them, that it's like, you people are so fucking mean to me under anything I post, and it's like, why? Literally, just why? Why do you guys hate me so much? I don't get it. I don't know what I did to deserve that. It's just frustrating.
When you get finished with this video, be sure to check the description for that video right there, because it's going to have some of the talking points that I'm going to talk about. Now, this take that you're hearing, I erased the last take. I probably got 2 minutes into it, but I dragged out the point too long before we got to the punchline. So I'm going to make the point very quickly. The Manosphere is very funny when it comes to black women. I criticize black women myself. I have a lot of criticism, but I don't just criticize black women. I criticize white women too, et cetera, right? Non-black women, whatever the case may be. This is the issue that I have. You know, if you date outside your race, that's cool. I do too. But the thing I am not going to do personally is swear off and just completely write off black women. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen for the reason we're about to get into right now. Because you might be like, why the fuck is he talking about black women when we don't? It ain't no black women in the video except one who made a comment. This is why. This comment right here tells the tale. She's not calling out white men the way she should. Wish you could see my fucking face. I wish you could see my fucking face. I got the 1,000-yard stare. Hold up. There you go. That's what I look like. Just imagine that. She is not calling out white men the way she should. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. I was there, dog. When this shit first kicked off, it was nothing but racist comments in the first 18 minutes. There's an abundance of racist comments on there. The comments that are talking about her, the majority of them are racist. And not once in that video did she mention racism. Not once in that video did she say white men. Not once in that video did she confront the white men. She didn't do none of that. She acted like it was just all the same and it was all just a melting pot of insults and she's ran through and da-da-da-da-da. No, they're calling you a mud shark. Men like Lipton are saying that you're going to get a black eye, that you're a coal miner, you're going to pay the toll for burning the coal. They saying all that stuff. This woman made her platform from black culture. The first two people she interviewed was rappers. Her biggest interviews are from rappers. Offset, Drake, Yachty. It's probably some other shit. Kevin Durant joint that we watched the other week. She doesn't exist without black culture, the coolness of black culture, the motherfucking stars from black culture. Like, she doesn't exist without that. Her whole foundation is that. That's what her whole foundation is. And when faced with racism and she's getting black cock put inside her, she's got a black boyfriend. This is somebody who, if she doesn't love, she's supposed to like a lot. She's committed to being in a relationship with him. She sees this stuff, and just like I said in the video that you either watched or haven't watched yet, the air quote good white people, they never address the racism when they see it. They never address the racism when they see it. It just goes unchecked by white people. But when you start saying shit about white people, when you start fighting back, when you start saying, well, Stalin, when you keep bringing up them crime statistics, we could look at sexual assault statistics, we could look at molestation statistics, by race. We could do that. When you start saying stuff like that, you have the good white people, they come out and they want to say, hey, brother, I don't see color. Why wasn't you saying that when these motherfuckers was saying mud shark and saying, oh, man, you're ooga booga? Why didn't you say that? Why didn't you tell them that you don't see color? Why didn't you address them? Why you wait till I start speaking? That's how white supremacy works. That's how white supremacy works. But when it comes down to it, this woman didn't address the elephant in the room. As a black man, especially, I got to say foundational black American, because we're not even going into the because. It's just that we are more rooted when it comes to this shit. Imagine being with a white woman and her audience or her family or whatever is coming with that racism, and she don't address it. She don't take it head on. She don't call it out. She don't try and do nothing to diffuse any of that shit. And the thing is, she don't come from black culture. Yeah, she's used black culture, but she's not a white hood rat. She doesn't come from black culture. So, she's grew up around an abundance of white people, predominantly white community and stuff like that. And I'm sure she's witnessed all types of racism. And the thing is, that should be so normal in a lot of their communities. That's how come you don't be, if you're in the hood, you don't be around white people. You don't be like cracker this, hunky that, and all that shit while you just out with your, but we not thinking about them when we're in the hood. But then you get on Xbox Live and you a nigger now. Some 14-year-old is calling you a nigger on Xbox Live. And he's never even really been around black people. That's the type of community she comes from. Where those guys live, where people like fucking Lipton on the screen live, where they say that racist shit and they say it bare-faced because they know when they walk outside, they're not going to see any niggers. And then when they go to their job, people at the job don't know this person's social media. They don't. But she really dropped the ball. And this is the thing. When you are a black man with a white woman and any type of racial anything comes up, the default is for her to drop the ball. The default is for her to not know what to do in a situation. The default, that's the default. The default is for her to put you in the default is she knows her family is racist. You having conversations with her, like how I tell y'all to vet and stuff like that. This has actually happened. You having conversations with her. Something about, race and, the dad and stuff like that come up. And she won't just flat out say, my dad don't like black people. She talks around the whole shit. She says everything but my dad is racist or my dad isn't racist. She doesn't answer directly, but she will say so much to try and fluff that shit over. And let you be a motherfucker who don't know nothing about nothing, right? And you don't know to ask those questions because you an open enrollment nigga and you've been fucking skateboarding with motherfuckers and just hanging with white dudes the whole time. And you just, you got called a nigger a few times going to school in fucking suburbs and shit. But, you just real cool with the whites and stuff like that. You know how to roll with it. And you don't ask these types of questions. And you just rocking with a bitch. She knows her whole family absolutely hates niggas, but the bitch invites you to fucking Thanksgiving. She decided to pop out with you at the family function. She knows these motherfuckers don't like niggas. She hasn't told them that she's dating a nigga. She hasn't told them that, yo, I'm dating a black man. Shit, they know she's got somebody, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. Or that she's dating, she's talking. They know some vague shit. She brings you through off the cuff. Motherfuckers is surprised, dazed, and confused. And let me tell you something, man. This is a story. I wish I could remember the boy's name. I tried to find it so hard a few years ago. I could not find it again. There was a black kid at a college. He was dating a Mormon chick. They was in like fucking Missouri or some shit going to college. He's from like wherever the fuck, like Indiana or something. They go back to, we'll say Utah, right? He goes to Utah on spring break to meet his girl's family. Disappears, never comes back, never found. That's the type of shit to be going on with them. That's the type of shit to be going on with them. And the reason I mention black women is because you'll never have to worry about no shit like that. It's a different set of problems, but the problems are not racial. And even then, some of the problems are the same, but it's not racial. It's not, you're not going to have, the shit I'm talking about in this whole fucking rant. You get you a black woman, you're not going to have to deal with any of this. And that is how come you're never going to see me like, oh, I completely swear off black women. They completely, because this is a nuance to people fucking miss. Like all this Bon Qui Keisha shit, like people are not a fucking monolith. People are not fucking monolithic. There are white women who are woke and they understand what's going on. They know what time it is. So you're not going to have to deal with some of the Bobbi Althoff shit and they'll hop right on it. And, you know, like I just mentioned, the white family, it's white families that absolutely love black people. So everybody's not monolithic, but at the same time, that's not even a factor when you're dealing with a black woman and that whole like, oh, you know, she pregnant by Pookie and Ray Ray. Like there are black women without kids out here in their 20s that never fuck with no thugs. Now I'm gonna tell you some real shit. When we get to the and never fuck with no thugs, like that shit is very rare. And I'm gonna leave it right there because I've went on for 30 minutes, but you get the point, man. This bitch dropped the ball when it came to talking about what she need to talk about out of this situation. And that is how these people keep getting off. And that's why if you're black, you should be very wary. Be sure to check out that video I mentioned twice. I will catch y'all.